Morning everybody and welcome to day 2 back on the Ouse. I'm slightly north as to where I locked up this morning. I'm by a railway bridge, although the line only has one train an hour, so I doubt we'll see one right now. But we got a boat coming towards us, although I'm still back on my slightly crappy bike, making it to Ripon today. It's possibly the neatest bench I've ever seen. It's old farm machinery. I think it's like some combine something, I don't know. And it's got... Oh, this found the back. It even had an engine. And now it's bench. As a fan of artistic benches and old farm machinery, this may end up being the best find of the trip. I just saw this national cycleway thing. We have these all up and down the country. And if you look, it goes from, we got mollusks down there, a couple other sea creatures, then their carcasses, and then suddenly machinery, and however millions of years of them being compressed, they turned into crude oil. Very much a cycle that's coming to, well, in the Western world, coming to an end. I'm heading this way to I think Benningborough? I'm not sure. I'm heading to Linton-on-Ouse and then Ripon. I think Benningborough may be the other way, but I came from York. But I mean, oh, this is so neat. And then there's another piece of machinery there. I'm at a place called The Sidings, which I found out about in a Nick Badley video. And as you can see there, I can have a point. To the left of my face are a bunch of old railway carriages that you can sleep in. I once slept in a carriage like that in Glenfinnan, in the Highlands. But you can also do it here just outside York. They've even got this old little wooden cart bedangled in Christmas lights. So, now crossing Railway 3, you can't see it. That was the East Coast Main Line, which is not under the third railway I've crossed, but third time I crossed it in the past hour. So, fifth railway crossing. Kinda. At least it's not a motorway. And it's been fun seeing all the trains in the distance. That's the reason I've walked across this field, to eat lunch here. So now time for my lunch review. Viral rail line. And because I was in York, I had to get the compulsory roast dinner in a gigantic Yorkshire pudding, which I'm going to enjoy while watching trains go by, if one is actually going to appear soon. Well, I never thought I'd see the day where both the red and white rows were side by side. But it seems to be the road sign makers of England took a risk, and it hasn't been graffitied over. And as with yesterday, today we've made it to another church here in Newton-on-Ouse. And is, as you can see, a lot bigger, also a lot newer than the one yesterday just outside Goole. And as a result, it seems to have these beautiful stained glass windows. It's a truly majestic church inside. I love how all these different circular windows have got different patterns in them. I think it's magnificent. That one there, you can't quite see, but it's like wispy angels or ghosts or fairies or whatever. So boys, we're going back west/south side of the river over this rather fetching bridge. It's made of, well, the base is made of wood. I imagine under this is this metal truss. But damn, this is an awesome bridge. It's also a toll bridge, but not for me. I'm self-propelled. I don't have to pay. And oh wow, the beams between the white concrete pillars are wooden. I love this. I just realised that sat here behind the stream in the lovely village of Grafton, not far from Ripon, I forgot to give my review of my lunch that I had like 3 hours ago. It was bloody amazing, as usual. Perfect amount of applesauce and gravy. No, that was definitely pork. For some reason, I think when I was eating it, I was thinking it was chicken, but no, it was definitely pork. Yeah, it was amazing. And it had a good hearty amount of vegetables in, which is very good. They could obviously see something in me that showed that I don't eat a lot of vegetables, which is not good. But I'm trying to make amends, as I am with my kinda supper-ish. We have, in English, we have the word brunch, but we don't have a word for lunner or linner or whatever. I'm having a raisin and walnut scone I bought yesterday for my lunner dinch. The French have a word called goûter, which means eating something around this time, around 3:30. Why don't we do that in the UK? I mean, I do. I usually have biscuits with a cup of coffee. But afternoon tea. I'm having afternoon tea just for that tea. And in this little square, in this barn, you've got this display of just all these historic household objects. And right at the end here, something a little more modern. A crest for the coronation last year. And my favourite thing here is definitely this sign. And as you can see, starting from York today, I've done 17 miles. My legs going to bed tonight will thank me. You can see with the really old, probably early 18th century brick there, so it's probably late 18th century tool building back to the original brick. And then, wow, some of these amazing windows around here. I love the artwork on the second floor there. Ah, more of them. It's white roses and fleur-de-lis. Oh, it's beautiful. Right by the bridge over the Ouse, crossing number 3 for me. Of course, we have what is probably a 400-year-old coaching inn with a little more modern extension on the end. And here we go, back onto the northern side. I think it's just the northern side of the river now. The river's well and truly flowing west to east. But here, we're about halfway up the river, and it is still so wide. It's even wider than it is through York, I think. For one, it shows how not so tall but steep the Pennines are, and how many rivers will be flowing. Well, as I cycle further up tomorrow, I'll see flowing into it. Just past down here, somewhere down there, I think the Nid, it goes through Knaresborough, flows into it, and there's another river called the Skell, which flows into it a little further up. But it was probably even narrower than this, flowing into Gould. No, it definitely wasn't. It was twice as wide as this. It was ginormous. But to think in a couple of days, I will be seeing this river as a teeny stream on the top of a Pennine. beauty. Oh, we found another one of these. It's the A1M. What number? 3. We've been cursed by the, was it the M180? The A19. Now this bloody, wait, no, that's a side road. This is the A1M. You can see those gates. That goes down to Newby Hall, one of our many stately homes we have in the rural country here in England. And although if we were earlier in the day, I hopefully could have cycled down there, but it's getting quite late. I imagine most of it's closed. I'm pretty sure down there, I can see the gate is closed. So I'm instead going to go cycle down there to a lovely village called Skelton. I love this. All the village welcome signs seem to be on stones. And then when you enter them, there are a couple newer builds around there, but almost every building is old. There's a new build there. But every village I'm heading through is a delight. I imagine, oh yeah, it's just here and there. I imagine that was an old schoolhouse. We're passing a barn. So we're crossing the river again. We're going south side, and we're further and further away from the source in Gaul. Things getting wider. This bridge sort of goes over this dam. But the thing is, I mean, it sort of narrows as it goes to there, but I think it's even wider than when we were going through Borough Bridge. Also, this bridge is amazing. It's such a classic, simple design from the Victorian era. But, oh, it's so beautiful. Almost at Ripon. Right, okay, this here is making it make a little more sense at 2025. I was thinking these were all just numeric dates. Just not paying attention to the months. As if there's a 26th month. No, it's just the 17th and 26th of April. We had a 18th month in 2029. And then one in the mysterious 18th month 5 years ago. Completely just pretending that the word June isn't there. But when you're cycling by, your brain doesn't have time to register all this. It's a shame the sun's setting now because, you can just see this place is magnificent. It feels more French than Northern. I mean, this is quintessential Northern England, but this is the end of the canal. This is the basin, so we've now reached the town centre, more or less. And this building here, it just feels so French. It is magical here. So 1773 the cow came here, with 2023 being 250 years. And of course, Ripon is tiny, but still a city. So that calls an end to day 3. Thank you, car, for lighting up my face there. There's a car park in front of me. Behind me here is the Ripon Town Hall. I'm in the market square. It's also got this big monument that I can't read the plaque on. But yeah, it's a very nice town. And I love the decoration they got on the town hall for Remembrance Sunday in 2 weeks' time. Now to eat something, have a shower, and go to bed and get ready for day 3, because that's gonna be a day.